I'm Scott. This video is for my section hike along the AT from Hot Springs, North Carolina to Erwin, Tennessee, 67 miles. This is the first part of a 153-mile section hike I did from Hot Springs, North Carolina, all the way to Watauga Lake, Tennessee, near Hampton, Tennessee. This video is part of a series of videos I'm doing of my section hiking along the Appalachian Trail, the AT. In this video, I'll cover the first 67 miles of the 153 miles from Hot Springs, North Carolina to Watauga Lake, Tennessee, near Hampton, Tennessee. This 153-mile section is considered the fourth section of the Appalachian Trail as I hike northbound, or NOBO. This section hike took place in May 2018. My neighbor Larry joined me as my hiking partner on this adventure. On a Thursday afternoon, Larry and I got in our vehicle. We drove from Shepherdsville, Kentucky to Hampton, Tennessee, about 6 hours away. Hampton, Tennessee is the location of Watauga Lake and Boots Off Hostel. We spent Thursday night in one of the little cabins at Boots Off Hostel. The owner of Boots Off Hostel, Jim, was our shuttle driver. The next morning, we got up at 8 a.m. We got in the car and Jim took us to Hot Springs, North Carolina, 2 hours away. Our shuttle driver, Jim, dropped us off at the French Broad River, just on the outskirts of Hot Springs. We got out of the car and we started hiking. Let's see how we did. Larry and I drove 6 hours from Shepherdsville, Kentucky to Watauga Lake, Tennessee, where Boots Off Hostel is located. Boots Off Hostel is a very nice hostel. It's only been around for 3 years. It was established in 2016. It's got a nice bunkhouse where you have private bunk beds and places to charge your electronics. It's got 3 little cabins. It's got a nice area for hikers to congregate on the patio. So Boots Off Hostel also has a shuttle. Jim, the owner, was our shuttle who took us from Hampton, Tennessee, which is where Watauga Lake is at, up to Hot Springs, North Carolina. He took us in his hiker hauler mobile. Him and one of the trail guys named Seiko. Larry and I got out of the hiker hauler and we headed off. Here's my food for my first 5 days on our hike from Hot Springs, North Carolina to Erwin. There's 4 bags of mashed potatoes for dinner. I have 3 bags of ramen noodle for dinner, plus 1 Mountain House lasagna. That's my jar of peanut butter and jelly, and 8 hamburger buns that'll make my lunch. I'll have those over 5 afternoons. My afternoon snacks are my Slim Jims. I've got 6 of those with me. That's a twin pack and that's a twin pack. And then for my lunch, I also have some beef jerky, but Jack's Link. And my morning snack, I'll have protein bars. I have 5 of those. They're by Nature Valley. And then for breakfast, I eat Pop-Tarts. So I've got 5 morning Pop-Tarts. 5 morning snacks, 5 lunches, beef jerky, enough to make more than 5 lunches. I may eat some of that at night if I'm hungry. And then I've got 4 dinners of ramen along with the matching mashed potatoes. The afternoon snacks of Slim Jims. And I may even have peanut butter and jelly sandwich for dinner if it's raining and I don't want to cook. So I got plenty of peanut butter and jelly for 5 days, and that's on purpose. So, and then the fifth, I don't have a 5th meal because we'll be in Erwin for dinner. And then this is my food bag. I use an Ursack food bag with a liner, an OP sack that doesn't let smells out. So we hang it on the bear. You hang it. I'll do a separate video on how you hang it. But that's my food for a 5-day trip from Hot Springs, North Carolina to Erwin, Tennessee. In my food bag, I also included a little baggie of condiments. So in this baggie of condiments, I've included pouches of mustard. Got these from Bojangles. And I brought these intentionally because on my resupply from Erwin to Hampton, Tennessee, or Watauga Lake, thing I'm going to do of Spam singlets. And I like mustard on my Spam, so I brought those. I've got a bunch of individual pepper packages, and those are for my mashed potatoes at night. And I have a bunch of water flavoring. These are Propel. Those are replaced. I've got grape and some kind of berry flavor. But these are pretty good. They'll give my water flavoring and also provide me some electrolytes during my hike, because you sweat so much, you're sweating all the electrolytes out. And that's what's nice about the ramen, is it's really high in sodium. Probably not a good thing for somebody like me in my 50s to be eating, but you're sweating so much out of your system that you need the sodium. So in this case, the sodium in the ramen is good for you. So this is just, here's some, I think this is more mustard, more pepper packages. And here's some flavoring. I also have some peach tea flavoring just to give my water something different. I get tired of having, 4 or 5 bottles of water every day for 5 to 10 days. You want a little flavor. So that's my condiment package I include with my food bag. And that weighs about 3 to 4 ounces. So my condiment bag, let's see how much all that stuff weighs. Put it over here on my little scale. My scale's at 0. Put my condiment bag on. So yeah, that weighs about 3 ounces. And that's something I sacrifice now. I'll eat those 3 ounces down through my trip. So that'll get lighter every day as I eat the water flavorings and the mustard packages. Okay, at this point, I got my food, my 5 days of food for hiking from Hot Springs, North Carolina to Erwin, Tennessee. I got it all in my Ursack, my food bag. So my Ursack food bag is 5 days of food. I'm gonna take my scale, turn my scale on. We're gonna see how much my food weighs. All right, I'm gonna hook it in here. Basically, this is just a fish scale. So my food weighs in roughly 6.5 pounds. So not quite 1.5 pounds a day. So it's not bad. And that'd be plenty to get me through. So 6.5 pounds for 4.5 to 5 days worth of food. We had great weather for our hike on day 1. Right out of Hot Springs, we hiked along the French Broad River, and then we went straight up to the lookouts from Lover's Leap. They were spectacular with the weather we had. After that, we continued on, and we came to Rich Mountain, where there was a lookout tower. However, it was under reconstruction and closed, so we couldn't go up in it. Then we had lunch at one of the gaps. It was nice, and we finally completed our hike at a nice campsite. After this, I've got some videos that I want to show you that I took along that first day. All right, here Larry, we just started. We're on the AT, just outside Hot Springs, day 1, morning 1, it's 10 o'clock. The shuttle driver dropped us off in Hot Springs. That river right there, that's the French Broad River. We're hiking the side, and after hiking on this a little bit, we'll go on up, almost straight up at Pier Lake, and we'll hit something called Lover's Leap. I'll get back to you at that point.
I always miss that opportunity. I hate myself for it.
Here's our first jump out view as we climb up out of Hot Springs. Down below is the French Broad River. All right, later. All right, jump out number 2 as we climb above the French Broad River and out of Hot Springs. All right, quick video of our campsite for the first night. We're at Allen Gap. I think it's like 15 miles outside of Hot Springs. So there's Larry's tent. It's got a Z-Pax duplex. And there's room for other people. They roll in tonight. There's Larry at the fire range. He's cooking dinner. Tonight we're eating mashed potatoes and ramen, and Larry's got a
cheesy pasta.
Cheesy pasta mountain house.
Yep.
And then over here is where I put my tent up. It's pretty flat, so I think I'll be all right. I'm tired, so it probably won't even matter. And there's the road. You'll see a car come by here in a second. So we'll have a little road traffic, but we're tired. I don't think it's gonna matter. So. All right, later. All right, end of day one. Dinner for tonight is mashed potatoes, butter herbs, and ramen noodles, ramen beef. So I'm boiling water. Once I boil the water, I'll pour it in these freezer bags, and I'll let it cook for 3 minutes, and then eat the ramen, and then I'll boil some more water, and I'll pour it in this freezer bag for my Idaho and mashed potatoes, and I'll let it simmer for 2 minutes and then eat it. So that's dinner tonight on night one on the Appalachian Trail.
Day 3 was a wet one. It poured on us pretty much all day long. It poured really hard for about 4.5 hours in the morning. And then in the afternoon we came to mile 300 of the AT at Jerry Cabin Shelter. We had lunch there, met a thru hiker, then made our way on for the rest of the afternoon, where we went across Big Butt Mountain and we saw Big Butt Rock. Then we came to the shelter for our night in a fog at Flint Mountain Shelter. Here are some videos I took from day 2.
Alright, it's been raining on us all morning. Right now it's 5 after 9. We start hiking 7:45. This is what the trail turns into when it rains all morning. It's a big slush puppy. So water everywhere, sucks. Get your shoes. I mean, that's just big long puddle. Your shoes get wet, your socks get wet. So mud everywhere. But and this is in the middle of, I mean, big puddles. This is in the middle of a big one long puddle. This is in the middle of a 5-mile climb. And we weren't expecting this. We were expecting all this to be runoff. So when we get to the flat sections, it's going to be even worse. All right, later. All right, it's noon on day 2. We've been hiking for over 4 hours in the rain. So we're on the trail right now. Right there is a blaze. You see it there? So we're on the trail. You can see water's running down the trail. There's a campsite, pretty good sized campsite. So, and then now we're on the trail. There's a blaze right now, right there in front of us. So this is what the trail looks like when it rains. And it's been raining on us for 4 hours. Heavy rains, not light rains. I mean, I'm soaked. Everything I got on is soaked. So this is what the trail looks like now. I feel like I'm in the Florida swamps. So there's nothing gonna stay dry. And at this point, we're just walking right in the middle of this water because I'm soaked all the way through. All right, later. All right, it's afternoon of day 2. Continues to rain on us. We're crossing something called Bald Ridge. This morning we started at 2,200 feet. We've been climbing off and on all day, and I think we're at 4,200 feet now. We're going up to 44 or 4,500 feet, and then we'll start descending. And we'll find a place to stay for the night, hopefully around 6 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock now, so we got to put up with the rain for another 3 hours. Bald Ridge. Just cruising down the AT. All right, we're at the top of Big Butt Mountain, and here is a Big Butt Rock. I think you can figure out why they call it the Butt Rock. Butt Crack. All right. Beep, boop. Big Butt Rock on top of big. All right, we're coming down the trail. Look over to the right. There's a really nice campsite right there. Cool. You take 2 steps further and say, hey, there's the 300-mile marker for the AT. Somebody was nice enough to build. So 300 miles of the AT. Keep pushing forward. All right, we just summited Big Butt Mountain and we're descending now for about 4 miles, hopefully find some shelter, some water. And you can tell it's been raining and the fog is setting in. And we'll probably descend down into the rain clouds. I think we've been above them, so we've just been getting sprinkled on.
A new day at dawn, and a glorious day. We saw the sun. The sun did shine on us. It was wonderful. Today's hike was nice. It was sunny. It was beautiful. We were all in good spirits. We were having a good time hiking along in the woods. Today, everything went right. We came upon Devil Forks Gap, which is the Tennessee and North Carolina state line, and we kept hiking in the sun, in the forest. It was wonderful. After we got through Devil's Fork Gap, we headed up the mountain, and we needed some water. So we took a break to collect our water at a waterfall. It was nice. It was a nice respite from a day of hard hiking. Then we had lunch. We just sat down right on the trail and had lunch. And then after lunch, we were treated with another view. After lunch, we came up to Sam's Gap. Sam's Gap is a big trailhead used by a lot of people. You go underneath the interstate. We also found trail magic at Sam's Gap. Sam's Gap is at the intersection of Tennessee and North Carolina. Once we got done with Sam's Gap, we started our climb. We were climbing to Big Bald Mountain. And at Big Bald Mountain, we had some bad weather. We had storms rolling in as we were hitting the grassy balds. It was really dicey. Not only that, but we came upon a thru hiker that was having trouble. 76-year-old lady named Pathfinder. Larry helped her get across the balds during the thunderstorm and onto the shelter. Here's some video I took of day 3. Day 3, gone about a mile. That right there is called the sun. It's peeping through the forest. And we didn't get to see the sun yesterday. We got poured on all day, soaking wet. We pulled up last night after 17.5 miles in Flint Mountain Shelter. There's 6 of us total there, 3 tenting and 3 in the shelter. I set my bug net up in the shelter, keep the mice off of me. Stayed there with 2 other guys. Larry tented, and there's 2 other guys that set their tents up. So today, we don't know exactly how far we're going. Somewhere between 15 and 19. Depends on the weather and the terrain. All right, later. All right, day 3. This is our morning stop for our water source. With all the rain we had yesterday, everything is flowing. Flows down the ravine. And in addition to getting water, we get a view of a nice waterfall. So this is what our scenery is like when we're backpacking in the backcountry on the Appalachian Trail. Yeah, we're done with our morning climb on day 3. Yesterday it rained on us all day long. Today we haven't had any moisture. Looks like it may rain on us at some time, but we're at about 4,500 feet right now, coming out of the woods into a clearing. That's what the view looks like. We're starting to get those mountain ranges stacked on each other. So, the sun looks pretty good. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. There's the clouds just sitting on top of the mountains. See where we stop for lunch. Alright, day 3, the afternoon after lunch. Came out of the woods up there by that electrical thing. We're somewhere called Sam's Gap. So we're going to do a road walk down here under, I believe it's Interstate 20. And then all those cars down there, that's all the people parking at Sam's Gap, and they do their day hikes and section hikes out of here. So we'll go underneath that 20, dump off my trash at Sam's Gap parking lot,
and then pick up the trail again. You know, we know we're on the right spot because there's the trail sign, the white blaze. All right, we're headed toward the parking lot, Sam's Gap. So just so y'all see how many cars are here, it's a pretty big gap. A lot of the local people come in here and do day hikes out of here, or they'll park their car, leave it here for extended periods of time to do section hikes, and people will get shuttled and drop off their stuff. Hey, looky over here. The trail comes over here. I think we got trail magic. So I'm walking, see the cooler? That cooler is an indicator of trail magic. Yippee yippee ki-yay. So we'll come back to that. This is the blaze, so we follow through here. Come through here. And that will be trail magic. Oh yeah, Cokes. Cokes. Yes, 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 yes. All right, I'm out. Sam's Gap. Woo! And here comes In No Rush. He's a Yale dude, not a Cornell guy.
Oh yeah, I need to get a picture of this.
All right, just made our big first climb out of out of Sam's Gap. We have many more to go before we get to the big bald, and here's what we come out to the view after our big climb. Not bad. All right, later. Reached the summit of Big Bald, and we're hiking across Big Bald. Probably not too smart. We got some thunder. We haven't seen lightning or bad storm clouds, but we got thunder ahead of us, behind us, and we're out on a Big Bald, and it actually is called Big Bald, capital B-I-G, B-A, capital B-A-L-D, Big Bald. So I'll come back when I crest. All right, I'm back. We just crested Big Bald, and clouds are rolling in on us. As you can see, I'm doing a 360-degree spin. You just see the fog or clouds is rolling right over us. All right. So the AT comes through here. I'm sure this is spectacular if it wasn't cloudy and storms coming in. Probably not the smartest thing to do in storms, because there goes you look over there, there's the AT across that big wide open space. We got to hike over that, up to that hill, and then back into the woods where we're set. I'm sure this is spectacular. I wish I could have gave you a better view, but I kind of just really want to get out of here without getting struck by lightning. But we're at Big Bald. Later. From the grassy bald just north of Big Bald, and just showing the clouds moving in over Big Bald. We got through there just in time, so we're going to move on to the shelter just north of Big Bald, and doing just a quick view. We still got all that thunder cloud around us, and there's Big Bald straight ahead. We had to come down it and then up over this thing, and that's Larry up there. We're waiting on another thru hiker to come up over the top. She's really old and she's struggling a little bit, so we're gonna try to get her through this open section. We think she's probably 78 years old or something like that. So Larry's gonna go down and help her up with her pack so she can get out of this storm before it all hits. All right, later. Larry and the other thru hiker, they just made it up, probably 100 yards away from me. So that's good. Looks like she's gonna make it.
Raindrops keep falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. The cry is not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me.
Day 4, guess what? It rained on us all day long. We hiked to our descent down into Erwin to the Appalachian River, and it rained hard on us right there. Here's some video I took along the day in our rain on day 4. All right, here we are. We're just doing our descent, probably about a mile and a half out of Erwin. That's the Nolichucky River. At the end of day 4, at the end of day 4. And as you can tell, it's raining on us. So another wet day out on the AT. Not a whole lot of views. This is about it for today.
Yeah.
Later. Alright, we're at the end of day. It's been raining all afternoon. Raining hard the last 2 hours as we descended down to Erwin. So we're gonna get off the trail here tonight, get a hot shower, some hot food, do some laundry. But this is the AT as we exit into Erwin. It's gonna dump us out right across the Nolichucky River. And then if I look to, once we get out here, the roadway, I'll look to my left, it'll be Uncle Johnny's hostel. We're gonna go there and meet our shuttle driver. We called him while we were up in the woods, and he said he'd come down and pick us up at Uncle Johnny's. So this is where people park to go hiking. This is the trailhead. They park on this road. And that building down there with the flag is Uncle Johnny's. And over here to my right is the Nolichucky River. And as you can tell by the current and the flow, it has been a crazy few days up here in the mountains. Look at that flow. Usually you see all the rocks where the kayakers go down. So a lot of water's been dropped down here. All right, we're gonna go over to Uncle Johnny's and we're gonna meet our shuttle driver. So until tomorrow morning. In this section, I'm going to do a quick review of Boots Off Hostel. It's located near Hampton, Tennessee, right by Watauga Lake. If you're going northbound, it's right after the 2,000-foot climb and descent on Pond Mountain. It's a great location because you can finish your day off before you start your 2-day hike into Damascus. He's open to regular recreational people that do canoeing and kayaking on Watauga Lake, but a lot of people come there as section hikers and through hikers. He's got these little cabins that are set up for like 3 people, or you can tent, or you can stay in the bunkhouse. The bunkhouse is nice because it has individual places with curtains and electronic outlets that you can recharge all your electronics with, as well as a locker underneath each of the bunk beds. It's got a nice area that people congregate by a big fire pit and a big outdoor porch where people congregate and socialize after a hard day of hiking. I really recommend the little cabins. Those are nice. They have a full bed on the bottom and a twin bed on top, and they were actually comfortable. Everything was clean. Everything's well thought out. Lots of room for storage, and that includes the bunkhouse too. It has a lot of room for storage. There's the curtains for the different bunks. Lots of hanging, places to hang your stuff up to dry it all out. What's really cool too is the showers. It's a double shower, one on each side of the shower house. It's made to look rustic, but it's actually really cool. The water comes through a pail that's hanging up over your head. It's really functional, it works well. Then they have a nice bathroom, all running water, a full functioning toilet. It looks like an outhouse, but it's a really functional bathroom. So it's a really good place. I highly recommend it. We had a great time when we stayed there. That wraps up this section hike along the Appalachian Trail. 67 miles from the French Broad River at Hot Springs, North Carolina to the Nolichucky River in Erwin, Tennessee. While the temperatures were great, they were in the 60s all week. They were the result of rain, lots of rain. We got rained on for 3 out of 4 days, and that kind of sucked. Hopefully you learned something from this video. I hope it inspires you to go hike this section of the Appalachian Trail, the AT. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the red button below that says subscribe. Don't forget to like or dislike this video by hitting the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Leave any feedback you have in the comment sections below. Once again, have a great day and go out there and hike the Appalachian Trail.
Raindrops are falling on my head, And just like the guy's feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head and they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun. And I said I didn't like the way he got things done. He's sleeping on the job, and those raindrops are falling on my head and they keep falling. But there's one